peace, and love. Soul Group. It's that guy, Focus guy, back with fucked up perspective. Xenobiology. Are we creating aliens? This is gonna be good. We'll find out right after the troll. Ayo!
Now that's fucked up.
Perspective. I got a new word, ladies and gentlemen. Xenobiology. Let's check out this video.
Searching for extraterrestrial life in the universe is a pretty arduous task. First, you need to identify where life might have formed. Then you must scour this planet and add a bazillion more before you get lucky and stumble across something which looks like a microscopic organism. But what if this life form came with us on the ship? How do we know it got here organically? Where are the rest of the aliens? Man, this sounds too much like hard work. Let's just make a bunch of aliens here on Earth instead, via the exciting new field of xenobiology.
Come on with it. Come on. Xenobiology.
Number 3. How it works. Xenobiology is an offshoot of synthetic biology, which is a cross-disciplinary field involving both biology and engineering. They should call it bioengineering or something. Oh wait, they already did that. Bioengineering involves playing around with the molecular biology of an organism, tweaking its genetics, or making some other kind of unnatural change to a biological entity. Xenobiology takes this one step further, since it involves the study and creation of a brand new organism, one which does not, nor may ever, occur naturally anywhere in the universe. A creature whose origins lay in...
Now, I told y'all a year ago that man was creating this bullshit. I told y'all a year ago that I know that there are breakaway societies of consciousness that have reached a level in consciousness that surpasses the average and normal human being on planet Earth right now. We're ascending. Look, we going from 3 to 4 to 5th, right? It's beings out there 7 density, ladies, and higher. All right. Now, the problem I was having was I could not discern, and I'm learning now. I'm getting a little better. I couldn't discern what man was creating and what was from organic, like this guy was saying, organic ascension, right? It's some organic breakaway ascending beings out there that's supporting the organic ascension. But what he breaking down, and this is why I put this on the show. I chose this particular video here because this is talking about this genetically modified artificial intelligent organisms that they're creating in laboratories all over the globe. Let's continue.
Entirely within the minds of men and women and all the other genders which exist these days. Some of the systems xenobiologists use to create new genetic structures and chemistries are not based on the DNA RNA 20 amino acid framework, which underpins life on Earth. Xenobiology seeks to create a new code and/or framework for carrying genetic information. These are called XNAs, or xenonucleic acids. Rather than being comprised of deoxyribonucleic acid or ribonucleic acid, as in the case of DNA and RNA, we now have new systems to play with, such as hexose nucleic acid, HNA, threose nucleic acid, TNA, and cyclohexanyl nucleic acid, or CENA. Wait a minute. Cena? John Cena? The wrestler? Holy crap. If John Cena is right and we can't see him, does that mean Cena is the secret to invisibility? Cracked it. I are so smart. Another form of xenobiology involves adding new letters to the existing genetic alphabet, which forms our DNA's base pairs. The current alphabet contains 4 letters, G, T, C, and A. Xenobiology seeks to add new letters based on synthetic nucleotides, such as P and Z, whose creation was outlined in the Journal of the American Chemical Society back in 2015. And this is just the start. A 2008 study conducted by Aaron LeConte and others at the Scripps Research Institute suggests up to 60 new bases could be added to the genetic alphabet, with 3,600 base pairs enabled as a result. Not only does this hint at an exciting future for the field of genetics, it also means we might one day be able to spell out a bunch of swear words using nothing but DNA base pairs. Wow. And really, isn't that the goal of all modern science? As well as the examples mentioned already, there are further xenobiological studies being conducted into the creation of new versions of the enzymes which form DNA and RNA in the first place, and the reassignment of genetic codons which are currently unused. But what is the point of all this? Why do we need to create brand new organisms and genetic instruction manuals when we've got exotic creatures like ponies, tardigrades, and Dutch people already? Number 2, why we're doing it. If you want to understand something, you must replicate the process which created it. This is great advice if you're looking to explore how life on Earth began, but less so if you're curious about how that rotting corpse found its way into your septic tank. By attempting to create life synthetically using xenobiology, mankind could potentially unlock the secrets to the origin of life, not just here on Earth, but all life throughout the universe. Another amazing possibility is that xenobiology could help us to work out what kind of life might exist elsewhere in the cosmos, without us having to actually go there, scoop up some of them, and bring them home to study. For example, there may be complex life forms present within the lakes and streams of hydrocarbon chemicals on Titan, the largest moon of Saturn. These life forms would differ from anything on Earth, since their genetic makeup would be tailored to fit Titan's specific environment. The old-school way of analyzing this life involves a multi-billion-dollar space submarine or a 3 billion kilometer round trip, with no guarantee of success.
Right.
But through the use of xenobiology, we can replicate these potential life forms on Earth by making an educated guess as to the conditions needed for life to arise on Titan. Xenobiology could also lead to genetic modification and biotechnology becoming safer and more widely accepted by the public through the creation of something called a genetic firewall. This term is used to describe how xenobiologists might make new organisms incompatible with traditional life by designing them in such a way that prevents horizontal gene transfer.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is flying. I had to take a deep breath and ground with this information. And this is just perspective, but basically what they're saying right here, right? Because they got to slide it in. They got to expose what they're doing. I didn't learn more from this video than I did in my, 12 years in school. Really, from this video. Now, what this guy is saying, right? And he having fun with the video, to keep us, here. You know how every year an iPhone come out and then they change the cords and they change different stuff to keep you to have to upgrade or to keep you buying. Like the different iPhone cords don't integrate. You get a new iPhone, your old cord don't work, okay? So what this guy is saying with this DNA, what they're playing with, they're going to try to force us to become superhumans because the new technology that's coming out won't be compatible to the DNA that we have, that we all reside in right now. And they done changed up our DNA so much to have these physical bodies. This is what he's saying. So here in the future, you're going to have to upgrade your DNA code, right, to become compatible to this new technology that's coming. And when you do that, that's when they got your ass. This is some good stuff here. This is good meat and potatoes.
Gene transfer describes the movement of genetic material between organisms by any method other than the hereditary system between a parent and their offspring, which is known as vertical gene transfer. Eat a genetically modified goose and it messes your DNA up. That's horizontal. Number 1. What are we doing? It's all well and good looking to the future of xenobiology and predicting what we might discover, how we might use it, and what color unicorn you're going to order when science allows for their glorious return to Earth. But what are we using this technology for now?
That's the question.
Let's find out.
That's
In
what
the
I
United States, Floyd Romersberg of the Scripps Institute recently led a team which modified the genetic code of E. coli bacteria to include 2 new synthetic DNA bases, X and Y. Romersberg says that this development should eventually allow us to program the bacteria to do as we please, which in turn could lead to its use in treating a range of serious diseases. Another xenobiological experiment.
See, ladies and gentlemen, the technology is in the wrong fucking hands. You see what I'm saying? The technology that we have that's being withheld from us right now, the technology that they have and knowledge that they have, you know, these bloodlines, right? They creating all this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, the body is designed and to cleanse and heal itself. Okay, and the only way our physical body, DNA's we've been broke down and manipulated so much humanity. I'm gonna send humanity some love. Humanity, humanoids suffering in these physical contaminated, genetically modified vessels that we have right now. Listen, the technology is just in the wrong hands. And my prayers, if I had to say a prayer, I would say it'll go something like this. It's been so long since I verbally prayed. It would be something like, Lord, get this technology out the hands of these vagabonds that's trying to create their own version of the organic human that was created by the divine presence of all that ascended organically with the flow and vibration and rhythm of the universe. I don't know what to say. This shit is fucked up, man.
This time led by a team of international researchers based at Imperial College London, has replaced 1/3 of the genetic material in baker's yeast using 5 synthetic chromosomes derived from DNA. Much like the previous example, this project's findings could assist with the treatment of disease, with a successful replacement of yeast DNA hopefully meaning that faulty human DNA is replaceable, allowing genetic conditions like cystic fibrosis and Down syndrome to become a thing of the past. J. Craig Venter is also doing incredible work in the field of xenobiology, as in 2010 he claimed that his company was the first to create a fully artificial life form when his team synthesized an entire bacterium genome and inserted it into another cell. Strictly speaking, this organism wasn't entirely artificial.
Now see, this is where a lot of you missed it, because did you guys feel that when he said created an entirely genetically modified life form? Okay, see, a lot of you missed that. A lot of you were like, they're fucking creating humans. No. The life form does not have to always manifest from the perspective of a human. Okay, plants are life forms, trees are life forms, dogs are life forms, flies are life forms. The bacteria that eats the shit that you know is life forms. You have to understand what the life is. The life is not just from a human projection or holographic projection of humans. See, that's how they keep us dumbed down. They're creating other organic life forms that are alive organically, genetically modified. Okay, this whole battle is somebody's trying to duplicate source light energy works, source creation. They're trying to create their own source and alleviate the originally organic source of all life forms. Does that make sense? All right, let's rock with it. Let's rock with it.
It was a synthetic replication of an existing life form. The next big step will be the creation of something which has never existed before. A 100% unnatural organism born of a laboratory. It seems we're not far from such a momentous event, but how close are we to creating such a being? And where else might xenobiology take us? We're going to explore this idea further in our bonus video, The Possibilities of Xenobiology.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, look. Now, of course, they've already created it. If we watching this video right now, they've already created this genetically modified being. They're walking amongst us right now in the form of human beings with artificial intelligent reprogramming of their consciousness. Okay, they call them clones. That's when you hear people like a lot of celebrities, they saying a lot of celebrities have been cloned. This is true. They have the technology. Okay, so it's here. This was a good snaps to this video. Like I said before, I learned more in this video than I ever did in school, period, about this, you know, give me a little different perspective on what's going on with the technology behind the scenes. And this is just a little baby spoon. They feeding us baby food with this video. It gets more complex, but I thank you, universe. Thank you for this video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love, Soul Group. Peace and love.